After a month of arguments, the National Assembly approved the 2013 national budget. However, it was not the $208.8 billion presented by the finance minister. After a series of amendments, the budget was reduced to $177.4 billion. $19 billion was cut from the allocation for the low-carbon development strategy. The opposition argued that the money has not yet been approved by the Inter-American Development Bank, but once it is approved, the government can return to the House and ask for approval. The second largest cut was $5.6 billion under the Ministry of Public Works. The opposition had only intended to cut $5.3 billion for the expansion of the Chadijagan Airport expansion plan, citing lack of transparency. However, owing to a mistake, the opposition had no choice but to cut funding for the airport expansion plan and other transport projects, including for Hinterland Roads, the Civil Aviation Authority and the Ogle Airport. The third largest budget cut was $5.2 billion in subsidies for the Guyana Power and Light Company. The other cuts were $1.25 billion for the specialty hospital on the grounds that there was a lack of transparency, and a total of $217.1 million from the Government Information Agency and state-run TV and radio NCN under the grounds that the entities were only pushing propaganda and shutting out opposition voices. Despite the budget cuts, the Finance Minister, Dr. Ashni Singh, expressed satisfaction with the final budget.
Notwithstanding that we might differ on some aspects of the outcome, I believe that on the whole, Budget 2013 remains good for Guyana and has much that is good for Guyana, and I thank everyone who contributed to the debate.
The opposition had argued that there could have been a budget that satisfied all in the first place, if only the government was truly committed to consultation. With the controversy over the budget cuts, President Donald Ramotar met with the parliamentary opposition, namely the APNU and AFC, and committed to a tripartite budget process for next year's budget. This process will commence at the start of July, the opposition leader David Granger announced.
We do hope, therefore, Mr. Speaker, that Budget 2014 will be much different in terms of its preparation and consultation than 2012 or 2013.
After a month of arguments and budget cuts, the Speaker, Raphael Trotman, expressed his thoughts about the process.
It has been for me almost like keeping my hands on the head of a bull and ensuring that that bull does not break away and let loose and cause extreme damage. I know that there were moments of anxiety and concern, but I'd like to thank everyone for their cooperation.
And for the final day of the budget, at least 4 government ministers seen here came out flaunting the colors of the ruling party, even if the outfits seem to resemble the outfits worn by waiters at a certain Chinese restaurant. For Capital News, Neil Marks.